What is going on, guys? What is going on, everybody? So, Kevin Durant got traded to the Houston Rockets. And I am going to say this. I am not too surprised that Kevin Durant got traded to the Rockets. I am not too surprised that he got traded to the Houston Rockets. Because Phoenix wanted to make a trade, get a trade done with Kevin Durant. And we know that the Warriors tried to trade for him earlier in the season. And he didn't want to put on that Warriors shirt, didn't want to go to the Warriors again. And his only destination teams to get traded to was either the Rockets, the Spurs, the Miami Heat. And I am going to say this. I think Miami really missed out. The Miami Heat really missed out on comparing Bam Adebayo with Kevin Durant. I'm just going to say that. Because if you're able to trade for a Kevin Durant, trade for a LeBron James, trade for a Steph Curry, getting Kevin Durant for a trade is just something we're not accustomed to seeing. Something that we see something and then it's just like the whole NBA narrative changes. And yes, the trade is Kevin Durant going to the Rockets for Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks for the 10th pick of this year's draft pick. And 4 and 5 second rounders. This is kind of like, okay, you get Kevin Durant, but how are you going to feel if the Rockets don't make the playoffs? Because that group that won 60 games this season, that made the playoffs against the Warriors, that got knocked out of the second round against the Warriors this year in the playoffs, that had good success with Jalen Green, with Sagoon, with Smith. How are you going to say, okay, this is a good move, but can it get better? Here's the thing. Everybody was waiting for the Kevin Durant trade to go down because we saw how the Magic got Baines, and this trade is interesting because when we look at it, a year ago, 2 years ago, the Phoenix Suns trade for Kevin Durant from Brooklyn and gave up Mikal Bridges and a lot of picks for Kevin Durant. That is what Phoenix did a couple years ago. And then you trade for Bradley Beal to the Phoenix Suns. In that trade, you still had Devin Booker. And I'm going to say this. That big three of Devin Booker, KD, Bradley Beal really didn't mix. It just really didn't work out to me. It didn't work out because we seen how they played. Like, Phoenix had no point guard. And now you're saying you trade Kevin Durant to the Rockets for Jalen Green, for Dylan Brooks, and for the 10th pick this year, and for 2 second rounders. Four second rounders, or 2 second rounders, whatever, how many second rounders Phoenix got back. But we're saying here is that wherever Kevin Durant goes, he has had another star like a Steph Curry, like a Russell Westbrook, like a Kyrie, like a James Harden, a second star. A second star, like, or any type of star. And Kevin Durant is the all-time 75th greatest player of all time. Made the all 75 greatest player list of all time. And has the gold medals. Has the gold medals. Has the gold medals. And has the gold medals. And has the gold medals. And is actually has the gold medals. And has the championships. But now Kevin Durant is going to a young Rockets team where you have Jeff Green and Kevin Durant, your only two vets. Like, you need more vets. Like, you have a young team. But the Rockets gave up Jalen Green. Like, I'm going to say this. We seen the New York Knicks fire Thibodeau. And how the New York Knicks are now looking for a new head coach. But with that said, it's like, can they win a championship? Can they make the playoffs? Like, I think the Rockets can, because when you have a player like Kevin Durant, when you have a player like Devin Booker or LeBron James, and when you have like a Kevin Durant on your squad, this young Rockets team, you have like a Kevin Durant, you have a Van Vliet, you have a Jeff Green, you have a Kevin Durant. Those are your only three vets on that team. And you have to figure out now, where do you go? But when you have a Kevin Durant, you can make a team that can make the playoffs. And this Rockets team won 60 games. They have a good team around. You just have to get more vets here in that locker room that can win you games. But this trade, I would say like a year ago, a few years ago when the Phoenix Suns made the finals with Chris Paul, Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Aiden, Devin Booker, and you had Monty Williams as your head coach against Giannis and the Bucks. I would say that you blow up that team for a big free of Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, and Kevin Durant, and you knew that wasn't going to work out, I would say that this team, that Phoenix team, if they kept that Phoenix team together for a few more years, that team would have won a championship. No doubt. But when you trade away, like Phoenix traded away Mikal Bridges and a bunch of picks for Kevin Durant from Brooklyn to Brooklyn the first time. Kevin Durant went to the Warriors. Kevin Durant played for Brooklyn, for OKC. But when we look at that, and we say that this Rockets team that been in the playoffs this year, that won 60 games, that just gave up Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, and the 10th pick this year, 4 second-rounders. Like, I look at that and say, Phoenix is a contender team. Phoenix is a contender team. No matter what, because now you're saying the Rockets are a contender team. Phoenix is a contender team too. But I would like to see probably Devin Booker go to a different team. Because I know now that you have a new head coach in Phoenix, you still have Devin Booker in Phoenix. But you're going to have to say here, is Kevin Durant really going to fit well with the Rockets? Probably. But that Kevin Durant makes the Rockets a contender team. And we can say that and look at that. Because now the Rockets, you got OKC, who you still have to beat. You got OKC, who you have to beat now. You got the Lakers, Denver, the Spurs. Like, you got those teams in the West that you have to beat. Like, this team, I don't know. This, like, a trade like this, I'm scratching my head around this because this is Kevin Durant's 15 now. This is Kevin Durant's 15. Wow. Like, if this team wins the championship next year, I'll be surprised. But guys, sub if you're new and never give up your dreams. And I hope all of you guys are safe out there. And stay blessed, everybody. And peace.